Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to my kitchen. I am Lisa, and I have been keto low carb for about a little over 3 years now. And I wore this shirt today to kind of show you. This is like my extra large days, so it's looking a little droopy, which is a good thing. I'm really happy about it. But you know, when you change lifestyles like this, sometimes you miss things like no bakes, cookies. You know, you have a sweet tooth still. That doesn't go away necessarily. But you do want to not be messing with your blood sugar. Hello, hello. So if you are watching, and I see someone is, please write where you're watching from in live. And if you are watching the replay, well, please put replay. And so I've done a couple of things over the years. One, I have increased my water intake a lot more, which I don't have my glass here, but it's in the office. But you have to drink a lot more. Hi, say hello, give me a comment. I don't know if I know you, but hello, good to see you. So anyway, yeah, extra water for keto, watching the blood sugars, and you know, the things that drive it crazy, like high carb things. And also, I have used another little system that has worked pretty well for me. And if you have questions about keto, or, you know, and I'm like the queen of stalls. So we're all still learning from each other. If you've got a tip on the stalls, hello, hello. Hi, Marilyn. Leanna, oh my gosh. My Scottish niece is on. Good to see you. Well, close niece, okay. But yeah, it was so good to see you. I can't believe it's been a year. But anyway, Marilyn, great to see you too from Michigan. How are things in Michigan today? Okay, well, anyway, so here's what I'm going to do. I've already done one recipe and put them in the freezer so that you can kind of see the whole recipe. Actually, so that you should see the whole recipe. But you guys know me. Alexa, cancel. That is the timer saying that these things are ready. So I'm going to leave them in the freezer for just a little bit more. Yeah, while I make up this dough batch. It's going to work, and they're going to be good. Funny how things work sometimes. Okay, so we're going to start with, let's see, 1.5 cups of smooth, unsweet peanut butter. Have y'all ever tried to find unsweetened peanut butter, like, or ketchup or anything out? Why do we need sugar in these things? They're good enough on their own, in my opinion, but apparently someone else didn't think so, because it's hard to find them without sugar. So make sure you read the ingredients. That will be very important. Okay, so this is a brand that I found. It's Smucker's, and it does not have the sugar. Now you will need 1.5 cups of the unsweetened peanut butter. Some people for keto would try to use almond butter. I do have almond butter, but I figured I'd actually stick to the recipe today for the most part. And actually, the sweetener that I'm using probably does go a little bit off. Wow, I thought I had this mixed up a little bit better. It is just sticking in there, but that's okay. We will get through this. Okay. So, natural peanut butter does, I found, if you want a tip, storing it upside down in the cupboard sometimes helps it to stay mixed a little bit better. And you're going to need extra after this for drizzling, because it's going to be a good little no-bake recipe. For those of you who do not know what no-bakes are, usually it's oatmeal and chocolate and different things like that we mix together, but we never have to bake them, but they're kind of like cookies. Not sure how what other people in other countries call them. Leanna, if you have another name for it, I know sometimes you do, feel free to shout it out. But anyway, so we're just going to put that in like this. Crossover. Okay, and scrape it off. And then we're going to be done with that for now. We're going to go to the coconut flour. We're going to have 1 cup of that. Coconut flour is a very dry, crumbly flour. I like it. I use it in many recipes for my keto bread, just all kinds of different things. It's got a naturally sweet taste, so that cuts back on some of the sugar. Okay. Try to be professional here and get it all leveled out. But you guys know I'm like the country girl cook. Okay, so we're going to put the cup of coconut sugar in. And the next thing is, or excuse me, that was coconut flour. The recipe is calling for coconut sugar. I don't have any of that. My favorite is the whole erythritol. And you know what, guys? I was kind of embarrassed. I was looking at this. And I put this in my recipe bank a couple of years ago. I don't remember what site I got it from, but it's a fairly easy recipe. So I don't think you'll have a problem. And you know what I also need to do here? While I'm thinking about it, yep, and I did forget something. All right. So for the next recipe, for the next part of the recipe, you're going to need 2 cups of no sugar added. These are sweetened with stevia. Because I've got that batch that's coming right out of that freezer. So we're going to put that in. Get them all out. But you're going to need 2 cups of chocolate chips and some coconut oil, which I did forget. See, I told you guys I'd live up to my name because I forgot one thing. Ta-da! Always have to forget one thing. I don't know why. Thought I had it going. Okay. So, anyway, I just use this. It's fairly easy to find most anywhere. Yeah, Sam's is where I got it, but you don't have to get it there if you don't shop there. Coconut oil is pretty easy to find. If it's a warm day, I'll tell you this, it'll look liquidy on the shelf, but it's still fine if you're unfamiliar with coconut oil. Okay, so now back to the point at hand. It just gets better and better. Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. So who here has, I posted something a couple of days ago, and it was about fall and pumpkins, and it said the average pumpkin weighs between, I want to say it was 9 to 14 pounds, and how many do you want to lose? So tell me how many pumpkins you want to lose in the comments. Or if you want to gain. Some of you may have the other problem, the other issue. Or are you maintaining? It could be a 0. True. Okay. Then we're going to go with a teaspoon of vanilla. My husband really, really, really loves peanut butter. And so I think he's going to like this for dessert. We've had all kinds of different keto desserts, which is something before, because we were trying low fat, counting calories, which I still have to count calories, don't get me wrong. But this doesn't add as much, and it puts in the fat. So it really has helped us out. We feel a lot better, anti-inflammatory. Guys, inflammation will get you very quickly. Make no mistake, it's not a good idea to have too much chronic inflammation. So look to make sure that you're not overdoing it on those foods. You don't necessarily have, I've also done another plan where it doesn't call for keto. Some plans, not everyone's does. Some people use paleo. But whatever plan works for you, just kind of watch the inflammation no matter what you do, because that's not going to be good for your body regardless. Okay. Mixing this up is proving to be a little more challenging than it was on the last round. Okay. Now, I ran out of parchment paper, but these are non-stick pans. So what we're going to end up doing is stirring this pot here, first of all. Okay. These are my grandmother's old pans. Believe it or not, these pans are a year older than me. Do you believe that? They stood up well. Marilyn, you want to lose 20 pumpkins? Really? Well, girl, tune in. It's doable. It's doable. Definitely doable. So, and it's good to have fun with it, I find. So find some interesting recipes. Find a buddy that wants to lose some pumpkins with you. That's just, it does work. Hi, Angela Harris. Oh my gosh. Speaking of walking buddies, up comes Angela. Angela is one of the ones that I see at the park. And my goodness, girl, she's walking her heart off for cancer. How many miles do you have down now, Angela? See if she answers. This lady has a ton of miles on her walking meter. Because she's done it she's doing it for herself, but she also does it for cancer. So give Miss Angela a shout out. Okay, there goes I love electronics when they do this to me. This one goes to sleep quicker than my other one does. Alright, so because of the way my freezer is, and because I don't have another pan right now, we're just going to do it this way. I like to use this scoop. You can use it for meatballs and stuff. Although, if you really like big meatballs, you can use the other one. But this one does really, really good for the little drop cookies. It makes them nice and uniform. And so, just take it, scoop it. We'll do it like this. Ta-da! Okay, so that's going to go throughout. And then once that chocolate gets melted, we're going to pull the other out of the freezer that I previously did. And we're going to have us a good time with some no-bake cookies. So anyway, would you guys share this if you, with your friends if you find it helpful? And like I said, if you have questions about losing weight, I've probably struggled with this most of my life. I've probably lost my own body weight, I don't know how many times over. And then sometimes you gain it back. And it just ends up sometimes being a frustrating process. Well, you know what? Like I said, I found one that I think is actually going to be I don't think it's unlike any other. And I've combined it with keto. You don't have to, but it's keto was good for me, so that's why I do it. Wow, that wasn't a good idea. But this particular plant also addresses hormones. So if you're having a tough time taking off weight and you feel like you're just stuck, there is a probable reason for that, which is hormone issues, vitamin imbalances. So it goes into a little bit more than just calculating calories. And I know for a long time, you know, when you're younger, you can lose that weight, but boy, you start hitting the older ages and it doesn't come off quite as easily as it used to. But it sure does go on easier. So that's why I'm saying there may be some other issues going on. So feel free to PM me. And we're just going to have some fun. And have some fun with your cooking. Get to exploring. If you're not good with recipes, find somebody who is. Buddy up with them. Find somebody who's good with chemistry, that can kind of say, hey, will this work, you know? I've done that with a couple of my friends. I don't know if Amanda Crane's on here, but Amanda, if you are, give yourself a shout out. Because she explains chemicals and how they work, like vitamins and all that, really well. Way above what I do. Actually, I think Angela can do some of that too. She's a nurse. Okay, let's keep the chocolate stirred so that it doesn't clump up. Oh, goodness. How many of you have done, no bakes, essentially, with chocolate, dipping chocolate? It's almost a candy type thing. Put candy in the comments if you have done that. Okay. Yeah, it was neat. I was looking for something this week and I said, oh, I've got all these recipes I've downloaded. I think I got them off of Pinterest and just found them. And you can probably go there too and get a bunch. But, you know, they just flood you with them. So I had saved it. You know, some of the ones look better and then you forget about it. Well, guess what? I pulled it out of my recipe bank this week. Candy. Oh, somebody else has. Okay. So how did your no-bakes turn out, Marilyn? Okay. So we're scraping the bottom here. Okay, I think that's going to be good for that. And now... meet the other batch. This has been in the freezer for like an hour, and these two are going in. Alexa, set a timer for 1 hour.
Starting now.
Okay, so let's see. All right, it says carefully flatten the balls. Yeah. You can use a couple of different things to try this. I haven't done this before, so it did kind of flatten out on its own. So I'm just going to try it that way. Actually, I think I can dip it doing that. I've just got to get... This coconut oil was put in to help it melt and help it be just a little more spreadable. Can you guys see that okay? I don't know if you can. Let's try this. Ooh, I think that's better. I think that's better. A little bit. Okay. And what I have tried in the past, yeah, this is melting up really nice, you guys. Ooh. So, if you're local, feel free to come over and try some. I am going to try, normally I would try this with a fork, but I'm going to try it with a spatula just for the heck of it. Angela Harris, oh, you coming over, Miss Angela? Angela knows that I do pass out dessert. Okay, so for dipping, I would normally do something like this. And that chocolate's going to cool off pretty quick. And if you've ever seen how they make like candy and all that, they do a lot of this shaking to get the excess off. And that's what you actually need to do. Yeah. Now getting it on the bottom is a bit of a trick. I don't know. Let me see. Sometimes I've actually just dipped the whole spatula in. Or the whole spoon. Spoon, fork, yes, whatever it is. Let's just see what this does. Yeah, that's got most of it. Probably should have dipped the whole thing. We'll try this again. I'll get it right. I have not made it. Normally with the no bakes, I incorporate the chocolate into it and just put it on. But this one was just slightly different. So we shall see. Ta-da! Okay. Well, maybe that did a little better. And again, it was 2 cups of the chocolate chips, and it's the kind that is sweetened with stevia. It's very easy to get. Walmart, I noticed, or at least in my Walmart, we still have the Lily's, which looks like this. That particular flavor happens to be butterscotch. They also have this brand in Believe, okay? So there's white, and then I used, because I like the dark chocolate, I use dark chocolate. So that's how we do. And would you look at this, man? You just set that aside, and it looks like it's already chilling up. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So I'm not going to keep you guys on much more. Come on, drip off. Okay, so what you're going to need to do with the peanut butter, and I'm going to let you go over after this because I know long videos can sometimes be time consuming, okay, is to drizzle it. Well, I said to drizzle it with peanut butter, but that peanut butter is kind of clumping up. So I think we'll just put a little bit of peanut butter over the top. They look like little button eyes, but we'll try to do something different. Let me know if yours turn out different. Send me a picture or something. And like I said, PM me with any questions. Check in with me. Say hi. Love y'all and have a great day. Bye-bye.